Okay, this is $300.
Okay.
Here. This shoe has been out for quite some years. It had its peak around about 800-900.
Damn.
And then once Kanye left Adidas, it kind of fell down, dropped. So right currently it's maybe like a $450 shoe.
Okay, so it's maintaining its value.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna maintain it.
What is the difference? Because I want my round up family to understand what's the difference between retail and resale.
There we go. It's very similar to real estate. You got your primary market and you got your secondary market. Retail would be your primary market. Resale would be your secondary market. You know,
Is it wholesale? No, a wholesale.
Resale and retail.
Okay.
So we think of I'm speaking of pricing. So you have your retail pricing with Nike, Adidas, Foot Locker, and Finish Line. That's what they offer.
Okay.
Once they sell out in those markets, in that primary market, it falls back into the secondary market now, which is resellers. So you got eBay. You have.
So it's just not even there anymore.
It's not even there anymore. So they limit it. It's kind of a supply and demand thing also. You know, they only put out a limited supply, so they keep the demand high.
Give me an example, Ray, of what we got this new shoe. I know it's a website, my daughter. What was the website?
StockX. Yeah.
StockX.
Yes.
Like you can buy shoes there, but not everybody's gonna be on it like y'all.
Right.
You call it a shoe drop. Give me an example of this thing, how this thing goes from retail to resale real quick in a day.
All right. So let's take a Jordan 4, for example. This is the most popular style of Jordan
At the moment.
that that the world loves. It's the Jordan 4 style. As you see, they got all different colors of them, so on and so forth.
They do? Okay.
They retail for about $200.
Retail.
Yep. But this shoe in particular is worth around about $500 right now.
What in the
So
world?
we went up about 300% on this shoe right here.
Okay.
They drop at Nike and they drop at Finish Line and so on and so forth. And they do these raffles or they do the first come, first serve, and they sell out.
Gone.
They sell out. Me and my team and my partners, James, we attack these shoes from the market. We're going from store to store if we have to, Finish Line to Foot Locker. We're offering to buy them from the public. We're putting posts up on our social media pages.
So you're marketing to get these things.
We are because we know they're going to gain value. So we're not so pressed on selling them that day because we know they're going to continue to gain value in the future. Now, even that day, retailing for $200, I'm pretty sure we were selling them for $350 that same day.
The same day?
The same day. Because they were very limited and very hard to get. And like my partner said, we plugged in.
So the consumer has an option on that day. They can either try to get it at the store or just give you the money and they know they have it.
Right.
Is that it? Okay,
right.
cool.
Right.
That makes sense.
Right. So we take the work out of it. You know, we have the skills and the profession to go out and get them. All right. Now, one of the biggest services we add is we only sell authentic sneakers. So we only do the authentic versions.
Okay.
A lot of the biggest issue in the sneaker game is fake shoes.
All right.
So somebody could easily be sold a fake version of this on release day for $350, and it's a fake version of it. It's a replica.
Yeah.
So Lace Function provides that service of being authentic only. You can trust us. We do the hard work for you. We're the one running around from store to store, picking up the shoes and trying to find the size. Up early and up late, standing in lines. We do all of that work to guarantee that it's an authentic sneaker.
So when I come to you, I know I'm getting the real deal. And
that's what most consumers look for. You know, they want the shoe, they just don't want to get burned.
Yeah.
They don't want to get scammed. So most people and the customers that we that I focus on are those kind of customers who want the shoe, who are fine with the price. They just want a real shoe. They want somebody else to do the work for them.
You know, Ray, when I was there, and either one of you, James, too, I've been to your store several times. I love coming there. The energy, the vibe, the music's playing. It's really cool. It just makes me feel home. But I asked the guy, why is he buying these shoes? I want to ask y'all, too. He told me it's about the way it made him feel when he walks in these shoes. So what would you say, let's talk about that emotion and how that attract the customers that you serve.
Well, I can only imagine when he had said that, what he was meaning was that because everybody wants a sense of individuality for the most part. And to have a sneaker, which is considered heat, on your feet, and you're the only one in this circle with them on, makes you feel a little bit better about yourself.
Wow.
I mean, think about it. I mean, we live in a world where it's not easy to feel good about yourself.
That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? It's not easy to do. So, I mean,
Wow.
if a couple $100 pair of kicks can do it,
That's deep, man.
you know, so it's like, you know, I mean, okay, what makes me feel better sometimes? If I get a pair real cheap.
So you on the business side.
I feel, you know, you take like this jacket right here. It's kind of off subject, but you take this jacket. This is one of my favorite jackets. One of my favorite jackets. I bought it brand new from the thrift store for like $5. That made me feel good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know.
But it's a difference, James. $5 make you feel good to 500, which I've seen in your store, and I'm not saying You know, this is what it is. People spend $500. Guys like, man, I like the way it makes me feel good when I go XYZ. That really hit me. You know, I'm gonna go out a little bit about who do you serve? Like, I know who I serve, and I want to ask y'all. Is it emotion that you're selling? Well, what do you think? You know, we're all in a business. It looks like it's one business from the front, but when you really peel it back, what do you think, y'all? What business are you guys really in?
Well, you got to realize something though, Chris. When somebody spends $500 on a pair,
That's not a pair of shoes in my mind.
But see, here's the thing: it might not be in theirs neither. Because when somebody spends $500 on a pair of kicks, you got to understand, it's not $500 that's just gone. It's not $500 that's just burned up. They can get some money back for that shoe even after they worn it.
Okay.
And depending on what type of shoe it is, they might can wear it quite a few times and come back and sell it for $600 depending on the shoe.
Oh wow! So the resale.
It's not dead money. It's not a lottery ticket.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times you can go back
All right, I didn't know
and
that.
sell it. You just got to keep them clean.
Okay, so we got it. This is multifaceted. Then it is not like you're just getting a pair of shoes to wear them out and dog them out to the end. Then.
Exactly.
You know what? I gotta stop thinking like myself. I'm buying a pair of shoes, James, and I promise you, these joints is going to a thrift store when I'm done.
Yeah.
I mean, but I'm definitely not your customer.
Yeah.
And that's okay. What age group do you sell to, generally speaking?
So between 25 and 40 is our main age group.
And are they collectors? Do people just like to wear them and to dog them out, or do they usually wear them and resell them?
Both. Some people wear them and will keep them forever. Some people buy them as investments so shoes are investments. So when I go out on releases or when I buy shoes, you know, sometimes I come home and I look and I spent a couple grand on shoes. And it comes in my mindset like that, like I spent $5,000 on shoes, but what I really did was I invested $5,000 in shoes. You know, and we're looking at about a 40% return average.
That's why I love this business. Round up, y'all. I'm telling you, I love real estate. I love real estate. Don't like it all the time. But this business here, I just love talking business, y'all. I love it. I know.
All right, ask me one more time. Say it one more time. Downsides of the business.
Downsides of being in the shoe resale business. Some of the drawbacks.
Like my man said, he bought that shoe 5 years ago, and you know we still have it. So sometimes it takes a little longer to sell the shoes. It's only so much money we can get for a shoe and a local presence before we, you know, had to put it on like a website. You know, we're building a website now. It's under construction.
Gotcha.
With hopes of being able to catch more customers and you know, because we had a limited price range in Hampton Roads.
No
you
doubt.
know, people are only going to spend so much. So a little bit over 500. You know, it tends to sit a little longer.
Okay, cool. So price point is going to be different locally.
Yeah.
All
We run a risk of like when the economy slows, our business slows. You know, so that's the downside of it.
So COVID was good to y'all? I mean,
It was, yeah. COVID was great. We grew through COVID. You know, but like nowadays, you know, with in real estate, you got the high interest rates and the economy is just, you know, not doing so well. You know,
so people aren't buying as many shoes now.
No, they're not buying as many shoes.
Okay, so it's cyclical then. It's going to be ups and downs in the shoe.
It is.
I think that one of the main negatives for us, especially me and Philip, and Ray Sean also, you know how like the older you get, the harder it is to change? And you know how
You got to make
things
it so.
changing so much, You know what I'm saying? Just in the last 10 years, technology and things like that. So it's not always easy to change the way we need to change.
Regarding how you do business?
Regarding how we do business, regarding how we sell, regarding what we're going after, regarding a lot of different things. You know, because our business was built off of new, never worn shoes.
Okay.
Dead stock shoes, you know. But at the same time, now we're, and it took us a while, but we're evolving to, or revolving to pre-owned shoes, pre-owned sneakers, pre-owned clothes.
Somebody brought them in.
Yeah, pre-owned, a lot of pre-owned. And this was something that I really never wanted to do because I couldn't stand the idea of having a store full of used shoes.
Why?
Because
Do people buy them?
they do, but here's the thing. Walking into other stores, it'll just like a bunch of dirty shoes on the wall. But we do it a little bit different because Ray, he clean them all.
I seen it. You got a person that does it, don't you?
That's another level of cleaning. You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about it. That's why you're here. So if I bring a shoe in that's not as, talk about it. I mean, tell the people.
So you got quick cleaning, you got deep cleaning and stuff like that. But Ray Sean makes sure that anything that we put on our shelf is presentable.
Okay.
It's not beat down. It's not dirty.
A bunch of dirty shoes
You know
on
what
the
I'm
wall.
saying? Because they'll bring them. You know.
Yeah.
And
You wild for that.
I kind of want them to look like that on the shelf, even if it's used. You know what I mean?
And if you decide to bring it, because see, every time when I got a pre-owned shoe, I always let Ray Sean look at it, and he give me the thumbs up or thumbs down if he can bring it to a certain point. But because you brought me that shoe in that dirty condition, I'm definitely lowballing you on that sneaker.
Gotcha.
You know, you just caused me some work that you could have did at the house, but you just brought it to me like this, so I got to pay you accordingly.
Gotcha,
But as long as I know I got Ray here to make it look like,
Bring it back to life.
you know what I'm saying?
Well, you got the lady. I seen you. How did that come
Indian
about?
Cleaner.
What is it called?
Indian Cleaner. Yeah, so she's a full restoration company. She does re-glues, repaints,
On the shoe.
soul license. So, you know, she could take a lot of old
is
shoes
so
that people,
cool.
you know, and she can redo them, or a lot of shoes that, you know, the sole may be coming off of it because it's so old, but it's a classic.
That is,
You know, she'll
interesting
reglue
stuff. So I'm a fan of your world because in my world, when the shoe goes bad, it goes in the trash.
And that's it.
And I know, like, all the guys I roll with, it's like, another trash shoe. We ain't thinking about no shoe. It's like not the furthest thing from our mind. But then I meet guys like you, which is why I'm a fan of entrepreneurs. Like, oh yeah, that's our game. Boom, boom, fix it, resell it.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
That's what we do.
So what about anybody else that is watching if they want to get into the shoe resale game? Because you guys, let's say you guys at the top of the game now. You got a location, all this stuff, Hampton, Virginia. Not everybody's gonna do that. Can you survive? Is there a place for a person that doesn't have a location, or are there smaller scale?
Not too much nowadays. During the pandemic years, yeah, you know, there was a lot of guys who could, you know, who could survive, who could make it in this business. But nowadays, only the strongest survive.
Really?
Yeah.
your trunk sellers, which we like to call them your trunk sellers, the ones that sell out of their trunk, they all kind of fading away.
Really?
Yeah, they all kind of falling off. Now you got exceptions to a few. You know, we got my man Jamil Sneakerbank. You know, he just a whole other type of monster. You know,
Not everybody's gonna be that good
no,
though.
everybody ain't gonna be like him. So,
Gotcha.
but a lot of your trunk sellers, you know, they kind of falling off, and unless you attach yourselves to someone who is already winning, it won't be easy to actually just get it from the mud.